Hello. Hopefully this is all going out in the right things. Yes, it is. I was asked to do like 6 things when I went downstairs just to get a can of Pepsi. So I'm a bit out of breath, unfortunately. Hey, Jim's house and Kirk. Let's see. That's empty. This music. Pretzel, be nice to me today, please. I beg of you. Right. What actually can be done? Field 20 doesn't even need ploughing, does it? Oh, it doesn't. We can just get that reseeded real quick. Chat. I forgot to fix chat, didn't I? Hang on, let me get a chat app going here real quick. I completely forgot to do it. But I should have the ability to get one going in just the space of a few minutes here. Give me a second. I could fix the full chat, but I think I can get one going through Streamlabs, through... Where is it? Chatbox. Copy. Chat. Properties. Paste. And is it gonna want to work? It works. Let's make this 300 by 700. Oh, 300 by 500. And it should, in theory, work if I just throw in some test messages. They should pop up on the screen, maybe, please. It may or may not work. I genuinely have no idea. How much is a this? 46. That's 49. Yeah, that's not gonna work, is it? Can I drive IRL? No. Well, I can theoretically, but in practice, no. Let me get the actual chat. Hang on. Is it going to be a really wonky one? Because it's just going to be literally the default CSS going. That's not it. That's it. Pop out. Grab the link. Restore chat. And pop the link in there. Hit OK, and there we go. We have bog standard default Septipus chat on the go again. Right. Hey, CD. Things what need to be done. I am a genius. We're gonna get some straw for animals we don't have yet. Hey, Dusty. Jammy Dogger figured out what my plan is. Big chat. Yeah, it's using the default Septipus CSS, which is huge. But it'll do for today, because I forgot to reset it, and I literally about 10 minutes ago, slightly more, finished recording tomorrow's video. Apparently this bucket doesn't like having straw in it. Why am I trying to... How am I today? Tired? I'm not long after finishing recording tomorrow's video, which took 2.5 bloody hours, because I vastly underestimated how long a job would take. Hey, Pekka. Mr. MattXJS. Matt, I have another mod idea for you, and this one might actually make some sense and be doable. I'm gonna turn Pretzel down because that is super loud in my ears. This one might actually be doable in a reasonable time frame. Make the sand castle into a weight. Farm Sim needs a sandcastle front weight. Hey, Sylvan. James, yeah, it is bloody cold today. I got my heater on full blast again. And I may throw my old man throw over my legs again at some point, because I had it on while recording because I was feeling cold. Yes, it does, Noisy Gamer. If FS17 needed a minion weight, FS19 needs an equally memey weight, which needs to be the sandcastle. Also, I may or may not have suggested to an actual Formula 1 team they change their name to Speedy McZoom Racing. If you want to know what kind of a mood I'm in today, I've genuinely suggested on Twitter the Formula 1 team name themselves Speedy McZoom Racing. Williams? No, Force India actually, Dave. Because they made a joke about having an online poll for their name and said, we don't want to be called Teamy McTeamyface, and I said, how about Speedy McZoom Racing? Did I get my wheel? I've had a wheel for ages, Jammy. I've just not had time to set it up. Today, I really haven't had time. Just been kind of flat out. Does this... I swear that the actual like leftover crops, I've forgotten the name of it, the stubble is actually affected by me having the bucket down on it. It is, you know. It's very subtle because it's tiny, but it is affected. No, I'll do it for free, but they like, I'll be asking them to give me like tickets to a race at some point. Because I'd love to go see a Formula 1 race live. Hey, Simulator Gaming. How you doing today, dude? JCB load all mod. I see no reason why there wouldn't be one in production. But I think modders have already kind of got their first mods planned out. Some of them already have them up and released. If you didn't check the mod up today, there are released mods. Which team did I ask about the name? Force India. Or Racing Point as they're officially known currently. Or Racing Point Force India as they are technically known. Or the team formerly known as Jordan. So we're gonna have a nice pile of straw here for the animals we don't have. Get up and do 20 squats. No, because I'm too fat. Hey Jack, how's it going? It's going well today. Been quite very busy. I have tomorrow's video recorded just. I was kind of recording a time-lapse segment and to hear me singing in the shower. That's not actually me singing as well. It's a funny bit. Somebody else had that idea as well. I was recording one of the time-lapse segments for tomorrow and just kind of looking at the clock saying, okay, once it hits 4:45 I need to stop. And I was doing my outro at, I think, 10 to 5, which is why the stream started just a little bit later than I would normally like it to. That notification will eventually go through, I hope. Unless I've broken something, which I may well have. Perfect. There we go. Have YouTube changed something that's broken stuff again? I mean, it's the day ending in letter Y, so I have suspicions. Genuine question, would you ever want to do this in real life? Like, would there be an actual purpose to doing this nonsense, or is it just something dumb that I'm doing? I think these 3 rows should be enough for, like, until we get a baler, at which point we'll just bale it all. That is a ramp, jump it. I don't think I've got anything fast enough that'll actually turn it into a ramp properly. I don't think that notification's gone through at all. Jag, because it's not even showing up in my stream labels. That's annoying. Wouldn't want to do it in a game. Never mind real life. Yeah, good point, Vi. What the hell have I just done? Oh, there we go. I appear to have angered the Massey. It's stuck. So it'll go forward, but not backwards. There we go. Must have found the needle. Even though it's a stack of straw, not hay. Oh god, my ears! What's wrong with that notification? I feel like it perfectly fits the channel. Original idea about YouTube to have stories? Yeah, I mean, I've not seen them on any other site or app or anywhere else. Yeah, YouTube are kind of jumping on everything that's popular from other sites at the moment. There we go. Perfectly logical pile of straw. Right, let's grab you. And I want you to go to the shop real quick to put on normal tires. Hey, the who's who of gaming. Just get over to the shop real quick, put on some normal tires onto this thing, because I don't think you'd really want to plow with these on, because these would act like buzzsaws and just get you stuck faster than I don't know, sellotape and a field full of super glue. It is much better than the air horn that I used to have. Customize with let's get this into a kind of a plowing spec. There we go. There we go. Plow spec deer. Which tractor brand is my favorite? I don't really have a favorite. I mean, I like JCB, I like Massey and Case and New Holland. I'm not really the kind of person who's like gonna be going mental over a specific brand. I just like variety, especially in farm sim. How do you cant your wheel? How do you set your wheel dead zone? It should be in your control options. I don't know if it still is, but it was in FS17. Did I ever try my wheel? Not yet, Sim. I need to basically tidy my room and get everything sorted before I can do that. And that's something that I was hoping to do today, but unfortunately recording tomorrow's video took an age longer than expected. So I ended up basically not being able to do that. Get this down, get a hired worker going. Perfect. While he's doing that, Fenton 50 mouse mat, early Christmas present to yourself. Very nice. I think he's got an open invite to TeamSpeak as well now. We got a lot of people that have open invites to TeamSpeak at the present moment. So I'm kind of waiting for field, I guess 19 to finish growing, this one, with the canola. Because the canola would be extremely handy right now. If it starts going tonight, I'll just set daytime 8 to get it to like 8 in the morning for YouTube visuals. Now the music seems really quiet. Hang on. You just boost it up by... That should be good. We should be getting a growth stage any minute now, as the clouds start coming in. Let me just do a quick... Just set day time 8. There we go. 8 AM suddenly. Which is a cheat, but it's only a cheat insofar as that it changes the time of day. It doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't zip time at all. The field's gonna want to like grow sometime today, maybe. Be helpful if I had the combine ready, wouldn't it? Be extremely helpful. Chat's very quiet today. Cheater, cheater, Pat's on fire. Who's Pat and why is he on fire? Somebody call the fire brigade for Pat. A poor man. Are you not gonna help him, you? How rude. You know he's on fire and you're not gonna help him. Cheat in $1. No. Why would I want to cheat in a single dollar? Also, money cheats don't work anymore. You had a warm, rainy day today, now it's like living on a hockey rink. Ooh, fun. We've just had rain. Lots and 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 lots of rain. Is this... You're gonna want to grow at some point this week, Field. Come on. Come on. I know you want to. Combine's all ready for you. Come on. Come on. Come on. See, look. True trick of farming. If you crouch twice in a field, it will grow almost instantly. Some light encouragement helped it. So let's get this harvest on the go. Frost in the west? Ooh. I know there was frost here this morning, but I wasn't awake to see it, so... Further proof, talking to your plants does actually work. Indeed. And much to my annoyance, we're back down below 9,370 subscribers. Which just seems to be the bogey number for me right now. Been stuck here for nearly 2 weeks. What the hell, YouTube? Hey, the Ascendants! I hate YouTube sometimes when it just doesn't put videos out properly and or streams and people just don't see them. Freezing out with no snow, just got back from a car fire, the water freezing on the ground, pretty... yeah. Would not like to try and deal with that nonsense. I'll give that a hard pass. Considering it's like 4 or 5 degrees here and the water's not really freezing and I'm just cold. I'm a very cold person in the winter. Do I vape? No. 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 Why would anybody vape? I mean, why would anybody ever vape? I mean, it's such a pointless thing to do. I don't see why anybody do it. Yes, I do. Put a worker on the con. Well, what would I do then? I have to do something. I'm not just gonna hire workers everywhere, sit here and wave my hands at you guys. A pretty boring stream of me just going farming. Do I know Mark Armstrong? I've spoken to him a few times, Thomas. He did for a period come on TeamSpeak, he hasn't for a while. But I did speak to him for a period. Where do I live? In a house, believe it or not. Sing Barbie Girl again. No. If I hit 10k before Christmas, then I will, and I'll release a special video for it. But, I don't exactly see myself getting... What was it, 631 subscribers in 3 weeks? So that's probably not gonna happen. Hey, 990 man. It was an idea, yeah. So was my suggestion that if I hit 10k by Christmas, I'd do it again, but it seems like nobody wants me to hit 10k. Seeing as we've been selling the same sub number for basically 2 weeks now. 631, because we're 9369 currently. Which just annoys me. I just get... Like, when I keep seeing the same number day after day after day, it annoys me. But I have no doubt that that's just a weird little rut that YouTube has put me in, because everybody and their dog is playing Farm Sim right now. Even the Yogscast were playing it last night. And in a month or so's time, when the initial hype dies down, people want to find people who actually play Farm Sim on the regular. And channels like me, Simulating Landicate and Simulation for the Nation, will start seeing the benefits once again. So we're in a bit of an awkward time right now, so I hope. I can write it off for now, but if it's not improved in like a month's time, by the end of January, start of February, then I'm gonna get worried. But tomorrow's video is recorded. I need to edit it and take a thumbnail tonight. It'll be released at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. New episode of the Insanity Challenge. Hello, Loke. And spoiler alert, in tomorrow's episode we actually get a combine. Figured out a way to get a combine in tomorrow's episode, so things will move just as fast as ever because the combine top speed is 25. But we'll have more contracts available, which is the big thing. Also, I need to start releasing just a raft of stream archives, so expect to see probably on Thursday, just every couple of hours, the stream archive go up. Because I need to get through them. I need to get back up to date with that. Tell you what, let's set a realistic goal here. And I'll do something that I did in the past. If we can hit 9,500 subscribers by Christmas, which I think is a somewhat achievable goal, I will do a live, we'll say 4-hour special of the Insanity Challenge, which may only be like 1 or 2 contracts, but it'll be a 4-hour live special for Christmas. Or in between Christmas and the New Year, because I'm going to be taking Christmas Day off like I traditionally do. And possibly like a couple of days around Christmas I'll take off. Because I don't want to be that guy who's doing YouTube videos on Christmas Day. I want to watch terrible television, fall asleep in front of some bad movie that I've never heard of, while eating far too much food. Hello, Etho. Although Christmas days can be weird, because my sister is actually working for a few hours Christmas morning, I think it is? Or is it Christmas evening? Not a Barbie Girl special. There may be some singing in the Christmas special, depending on, yeah, 9,500 is realistic but optimistic. It's a lot more realistic than 1,000 or 10,000. Because I'd love to be able to do some sort of extra special, because I do want to have a Christmas special for you guys, which I'm obviously going to have to record in the next week or so. Or maybe 2 weeks. I need to take a Monday where I literally just spend all day recording to get ahead, so that I can have videos throughout the Christmas period, including is Christmas Day a Monday this year? But I will have some sort of Christmas special recorded, I hope, and it'll be a much longer video than usual because I like having I've done some weird Christmas specials in the past, including a 2-hour time-lapse Christmas special, which was painful to record. Hey, NHF! You remember when I was on 1,000 subs? Yeah. Christmas Eve is Monday, so, oh, Christmas Day is going to be a Tuesday this year. I might stream Christmas Eve, it really depends on what happens, because there are some family traditions that happen Christmas Eve, including like going out shopping all day, or for a period of the day, having dinner out and all that kind of stuff, so it really depends on what time I get back Christmas Eve, whether or not I'll stream. How are we today? We are good. I'm good. I'm a bit tired. Just kind of my line at the moment is just like, I'm tired. I'm always tired. I'm forever tired. See you, Jamie. But, yeah. I've had a productive day, at least. I've recorded a full video for tomorrow that only took 2.5 hours, which is painfully long. I've got to edit that down to a short amount. It's probably going to be like 40-ish minutes tomorrow for the video, because it just took so long to do. Even time-lapsed. But, I feel like we're making decent progress, and I'll pick up the bits of straw that are missing on the edge there, put them into the big pile. Last minute Christmas present buying spree. Now, we rarely actually buy things. It's usually just like we get, like we go out, look around the shops, get nothing, and buy, and like go to a restaurant or a pub for some food. And that's the Christmas Eve tradition. It used to be that we buy food on Christmas Eve, which was painful because one year there was a blackout in the shop, and we were kind of stood there for 10 minutes in complete darkness in the shop. But you know, things happen like that around December time in Ireland. Hey, Twin Cam, how's it going? It's going good. How's it going with you? Yeah. How's it going with you, dude? Going good, going good, going good. Good to hear. Good to hear indeed. I'm so glad that I decided not to get myself a Fiat on this map because I would go insane already. Hey, FS17 Matt. How you doing today, dude? I would actually be insane if I bought a Fiat on this map. Of course, the unfortunate thing in Farm Sim right now is it's very hard to stand out when everybody's pretty much on the same 3 maps. Hey, Jonathan. Dave raises the header and finishes the row. Yes, I've been doing that. Because it's now a lot easier, because it automatically selects the header. And you can actually power the Combine through the header now, and they fixed the controls so you can do it. It's not a pain, you don't have to like constantly be swapping between the Combine and the header. Swing it around. And of course, it finishes on the wrong bloody side. Pipe's on the wrong side, which means I'm gonna have to reverse out of here and get this out like that and spin it around. There we go. At long last, realistic harvesting. Apart from the speed, but yeah. Am I driving? What do you mean? Like, I'm in control of these vehicles. I haven't been hiring workers by mistake today. At all, actually, which is surprising. So where do I want to be selling the canola? Canola wants to be sold at the... Oh my god. Grain Elevator East, which is... I swear we were selling the oats there as well. So I'm just going to mark the Grain Elevator East on the map there so that I remember where to go. And let's go make some money. Because oh boy, I didn't realize canola was so worthwhile as a crop. I didn't realize canola was like still 1200 per 1,000 kilos. Hello, Elvinas. Hope you're doing well today, dude. Hope everybody's doing well. Not just you, but everybody who's watching. Hope you're all doing well. It's I want to apologize as well for not streaming yesterday. I was actually AFK doing dishes. And that sounds silly that I didn't stream because I was AFK doing something that like took maybe 20-30 minutes. But I was like flitting in and out of doing about 17 different things yesterday when I should have been streaming. Because it was just one of those days where everything's happening at once, unfortunately, so that's why there was no stream yesterday. And today we started a bit late because I'd underestimated quite vastly how long something would take to do in the Insanity series while I was recording. So I basically finished recording that, grabbed a thumbnail, had no plan, and started the stream. I also rejigged OBS to be in streaming mode because I need to change a few settings for OBS in between recording and so. What the hell just happened? I wasn't paying attention. Thank God for dishwashers. No, we've got a dishwasher. We use it to store pots and pans. I was gonna stream for my usual Monday hour, but I just didn't have the time to. It was just one of those Mondays where I was too busy to stream. Steering wheels able to work with it? Yeah, maybe. I've heard yes. I've not had time to check mine yet because I still have a lot of work to do before I can get mine set up, so I'm still on ye olde Xbox controller. What's the link for the giveaway? Exclamation mark C64, Robzilla. If you pop that into chat, you will be given the link by Nightbot, who has a lovely little command programmed in right now to give you guys the link. Because I can't remember it off the top of my head because it's gleam.io/something or other. If you guys want to get a really good farm sim server for really quite good value, you get what you pay for farm sim servers at times. If you want to get a good server for good value, there's a link in the description to Nitrado, what is it? Nitra.do/RainbowDave. Did you have to delete the steering wheel, keybinds? I have no idea, Wolf. I'll take a couple of hours one day, possibly over the weekend. It really depends on how quickly I can get everything else done that I need to do. But there's a lot of stuff I need to do in the very near future. I need to poke Lars again at some point as well, and see if Martin's about, because I need to poke him at some point as well. I've got to poke about half a Giants about various things. This is my life now. It's just like, hey Giants, because I wasn't on the thing that I was supposed to be on, I need like these 17 things. Oh dear. But it's not a big deal. No, I'm not too fussed. Hey, hard worker. I also want to check on Martin's whipped cream farm. See how that's doing. So Landy has been telling me something interesting, something that you guys might find interesting, is that British Machines? What? Landy's told me something interesting, and that's that chickens, of all things, might actually be the best animal to do in FS19. The most cost-effective animal. I almost lost track of words there. And the most effective animals to do. So, where it was sheep in FS15 or FS17 because it was basically just give them grass and some water and they're good, it may actually be chickens now. So, how much is a chicken pen? Chicken pen, 20 grand, and I got 33. Well, let's get a chicken pen set up. Where can I set up a chicken pen? I can set one up. I want to set one up here-ish, really. If it'll let me. It collides with an object. No, it doesn't. See, I might need to buy more fields just to be able to expand the farm out and get animals. Because this is screaming at me that it's colliding with... Is it colliding with... What's it colliding with? I could put it here, but that'd eat up like half of field 19. I'll leave the chickens for now. I did want to buy something else. What on earth did I want to buy? Oh, I remember. In sheds. 37,500. Oh, 29,500 for this small, well, quote-unquote small shed. So this is from Black Sheep Modding, released on the mod hub today. You got a choice of 3, 4, 5, and 6 door sheds, which is quite interesting. I also have Mr. Simulate's temporary motorhome, and what else did I download? The real-time mod as well. Maybe it's climb. I think so, possibly. It'd be nice if it told you what I was kind of having issues with. Oh, was it Vertex brought out the sheds? I apologize. I don't know why I thought it was Black Sheep. I genuinely was convinced it was Black Sheep. No, Vertex. I'll have to put a little edit in tomorrow's video because I'm pretty sure I mentioned it was Black Sheep there as well. Is Simulate? Yes, Simulate is. I don't know what the question is. Simulate's mod on the mod hub? Not yet. He did upload it there though. So the plan is for it to go on the mod hub. There is a similar one doing the rounds on dodgy sites, which I don't trust because number one, it's on dodgy sites, and number two, I don't know who made it. Sims 1, I know Sim, I know that he's vaguely competent at literally some things, so I'm willing to trust that it will work and not cause 50 trillion errors in the log. I'm trying to remember what else was released today. Oh, yes! Yes, it's probably going to be miscellaneous. A fuel tank! Which can go, like, right by the road here, ideally. Train cannot be deformed here. Come on, let me put it somewhere where it makes sense. Collides with an object. Let's put it there, then. Did I get it directly from him? I got it directly from him. What Sims mod? It basically is a house, but it's super cheap, and it's based on, I think it might be a placeable from Goldcrest Valley, Ravenport, which is just an old dilapidated looking motorhome, which I obviously can't show you because I'm on Felsbrunn, which doesn't have the American placements. I get the feeling somebody else has just gone live because there's like 20 people after leaving suddenly. Also, my phone somehow has ended up on my, oh, not on my floor, but near my floor. But yeah, I got it direct from Sim. Hey, Irish. It's cracked, not a whole lot. How's it going with you, dude? Just doing a bit of a canola harvest, making lots of money, and thinking about things to buy. I may in fact put the chicken placeable down here. I might actually use field 20 as like an extra placeable area. Because like that field is quite small and going to be largely useless once we kind of expand out more. I think another good thing to do would be to repay more of the loan. One more blip. That'll just make sure that we're good for cash monies. Now we're down to 310,000 on the loan now, which is nice, considering it was the full $500,000. So if I need to, I can put out some money to get a new tractor. You're on soybeans on field 22. Very nice. It's a pretty big field, actually. Well done. That's going to make you a nice pretty penny. Canola seems to be pretty worthwhile itself, though. Let's just spin this around. I do wish I had a bigger combine, though. That's, I think, going to be the next thing I buy is a bigger combine. Before I even get another parcel of land. I could, in theory, pull out more loan and get the, like, the New Holland now, but I don't want to. Like, I want to try and skip the New Holland if I can, and I think the next one up is a bit significantly more expensive. 105 plus 32, that's 137. Could get the Russell mash for 137,000. Because I do quite like the Russell mash. Can't get your head around the eggs, you never know what's in the boxes. Yeah. They've changed a lot and seemingly rebalanced animals quite significantly for FS19, which is nice. It's nice to see Giants doing kind of rebalancing of different mechanics. Let's grab the Arma track. I'm gonna swap out the combine. I've decided. Because it's just going to make life easier if we've got a bigger combine. I've just realised as well, I didn't need to plough that field. Got the John Deere on the plough for no good reason. That field didn't need to be ploughed. I'm just wasting money. Oh well. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 100 and 0. No, that. Did the farm creation give us crappy sheds? Thank God for modders, I know. That crow just face planted. That crow just went into the ground face first. I may swap out that shed for the Vertex shed, because I think the Vertex shed looks more sheddy than that shed. Just leaving work car park now, traffic looks terrible, good thing I'm streaming. Well, you'll have something to watch while you're stuck in traffic, I guess. Should I use that as like the channel tagline? It's like RainbowDave Gaming, well, it's better than being stuck in traffic. Somehow I don't think that'd be a very good tagline. You're probably my favourite for Euro farming. You just bever chat. I'm not sure what bever means, but okay. Watch me on TV. Ooh. I feel famous. Hey, airsofting. I say I feel famous, like, what is it, 3 weeks after I arrived back from Germany where I was flown out by giants. So I'm just gonna sell, whoops, sell all this. Right now, oh, that's even better for pulling out the loan that I'll need. No, that was the wrong button. So I need 137. Never. Ah! That makes more sense. So we now have a beautiful Russell Mash Nova 330. and a header for it. It also means we can actually get the grain trailer back up to the full 12,000 litres, which is nice. Let's get the lights on this thing, see how insane it is. Quite. Let's turn the lights off. We don't need all the lights. You remember when I had like 900 subs? Yeah, I remember that too. I remember like struggling to get like 700. Now I'm struggling to get 9,400 for some reason. And using the train brush. That is coming out in the next patch. So the next patch is going to be a bunch of bug fixes, which are greatly needed. You know, the bugs are problematic, I'll be very honest. As well as the terrain brush the Giants have been working on for a little while. So, hopefully, in the next patch, the placeable system will be improved. By the fact that you can fix terrain now. Or at least, like, raise it up to make a bit more sense. Or smooth it out or something. I'm not sure how that terrain brush is going to work, but I hope it's got, like, a smoothing feature, because I will use the crap out of that. You're a worker in Ravenport, plant field 8 and 5 different crops. Did you do that intentionally? That doesn't seem very realistic, farming realistic. Hey, Maddie. How's things? Things are good. How are things at you? You changed that. The workers shouldn't be able to do that. Train brushes, those are... No, it would have to be a brush because of the way physics works. It would have to be... It was supposed to be oats. Interesting. You may have found a bug unintentionally. So now we're harvesting properly. Now we have a proper combine. Hey, Dotsfar. All good, thanks. Back from Leeds now for a couple of weeks and back again. Yeah, Mr. Simulate has been having a fun day. He's been collecting his car since 4 this morning, I think. He got a bus up to Middlesbrough. So he's been... He should be in his new car now, or like in a hotel in Middlesbrough, presumably. But he had a 12-hour bus journey this morning to get the new car. He was not impressed. I opened Giants Maps in the Giants Editor. I haven't downloaded Giants Editor yet, actually. I'm not sure if I want to for a little while. Because like, once I start tweaking stuff, then I won't stop. So I'm just kind of gonna enjoy the game for what it is right now. Has the winner been announced? That's another almost 2 weeks away, Barn Lodge. That's why I've got the draw in the title. It's to try and avoid questions like that. Yeah, he went the full length of the country just to get a car. A lot of things say unfinished and all the sheds have been inside but don't open. GG. Do you need to seed oilseed radish after every harvest? No, you don't need to. All they do is give you an extra fertilizer stage on the like harvest afterwards. So they're largely kind of pointless. They're largely useless. I very rarely use them. They're just kind of a novelty crop for me. I'll go with crops that make me money, thanks. Hey, Richard. They might be cheaper though than actually fertilizing, so you might want to take that into account. But actually fertilizing is noticeably faster. But when Seasons comes out, then you might want to seed oilseed radish for the winter. And plow it up in the springtime. Do I own Euro Truck? Yes. I play it occasionally. I'm kind of in one of my periods where I just hate it for some reason. And I'm kind of waiting until the next Pro Mods version comes out, and then I might get back into Euro Truck then. I'll buy Baltic Sea and get Pro Mods the same day and give it a try once I got the wheel set up. Obviously, I'm not going to play without the wheel. I need the wheel. Kind of get the wheel set up and get everything set up, and maybe do Euro Truck stream once new Pro Mods is out after Baltic Sea. I know Baltic Sea is already out. It's just waiting for Pro Mods to update, which could take a couple of weeks, or anything up to like a couple of months, considering Christmas is kind of in the equation at the moment. Gonna have food and get your head into Farm Sim. I played a lot. Yeah, that. It's nice to just be able to sit back and relax and play some Farm Sim or play any game. It can get boring at times though. Like I was doing for tomorrow's video, like at 2.5 hours. That gets like it can get very boring if you're doing one job for that long. And that's pretty much what I was doing. But don't worry, the video won't be 2.5 hours long. It'll be edited down. But it's just like it starts grinding on you, and I ended up basically sat way back like this, just playing with this, and kind of dozing off, because all I could hear was just this kind of hum from the combine that I was using, and it's like, oh my god, please. Too relaxing, I think. Too relaxing. And my plan for the evening is to finish that video, basically. Oh yeah, absolutely, Maddie. Real life kind of has to come before gaming, unfortunately. Real life has to come first. Now, I'm planning on taking a weekend off at some point, I don't know when. To go visit a friend of mine again and hang out with him for a weekend. So there will be a time where I just take a weekend off straight up. Because I need me time just as much as anybody else. Even though like you only see me streaming for 2 hours a day, there's a lot of kind of associated stuff with streaming, a lot of stress just in doing the streams themselves. They maybe want to come early to play games and watch me. Maybe, who knows? If you are enjoying the stream, guys, do hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're at 32 likes, and I'm actually down subscribers today because YouTube, hooray! I hate YouTube sometimes, I really do. But all companies see is the subscriber number, which sucks. Bought your current car outside London. Left out at 3:45 AM, got back a new car at 1 AM. Why did you buy it in the UK? You would have had to pay VRT on that thing. It probably would have ended up cheaper buying in Ireland. After all the associated costs of actually getting over there. Because Ireland loves double taxing cars for some reason. There we go. This should be very nice to unload, and then we can just head over to the grain elevator in the east. Which I presume is still the best price. Yes, it is. Just mark that again. The joy of having this big old combine is, if I can get to it. Yeah, we should only need to fill this twice every time. Which we did with the Bison, but we're getting much bigger swaths every time we go past now. So we'll be much closer to full. Oh wow, we're a lot closer to full than we were. Perfect. Still around £5 cheaper. Wow. I'll give you pints in order tonight. No. How long's the video tomorrow? I can't say for sure, Maddie. because I don't have it edited yet, but kind of quick estimate based on the amount of time I spent recording will be somewhere in the region of 40 to 45 minutes. Also, I don't know if this needs to be filled. Like, it's a 5,000 litre tank, ostensibly, but I don't know if it actually needs to be filled or not. Is there something in the help text that'll let me know, actually, now that I think about it? Because it would pop up if it does. It doesn't look like it, so if I were to reverse this over to here, it's got literally 1 litre of diesel. Okay, so it does need to be filled. That's a really cool idea, so I need to get, as a matter of actually quite some urgency now, just so that I can have that fuel tank ready to go, a fuel bowser. I like the way that FS19 works. I like the way the modders are thinking, because I've always kind of preferred, like, refillable fuel tanks over the magical infinite sources. So I do need to get myself a fuel bowser to fill that fuel tank up. That's an inconvenience, but I don't mind that inconvenience. Somehow missed a sign in the middle of that. Hey Brendan, how am I doing? I'm doing good. How are you doing today, dude? Did I actually not hit that sign? That's kind of interesting. It says 1 litre, but it works like a normal gas station. Oh, does it? Oh. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. I was hoping you'd have to, like, fill it. Because that would have been really cool. That would have been a really cool mechanic. I know there are refillable ones out there, but they're on dodgy sites, so no thanks. Let's just up across the... There we go. Saved a bit of time there. After putting silage in with the heifer is very nice. I'm kind of keeping track of everything right now. Having the real-time mod in is so helpful because I don't need to go, like, look way down to the corner. You're never getting a tractor with me. Why? Why would you never get into a tractor with me? My driving is perfect. I've not hit a single thing all day. It's absolutely perfect driving. So, what you're saying, Maddie, is that I don't need to get a fuel bowser. Which is good, I guess. But I can really focus on paying down the loan. That was the wrong button. I took out more of a loan. So I think the next harvest is going to be just canola spam. My humor's on point sometimes. What do you mean my humor's on... What? That's not even me trolling. I don't know what you mean. Perfectly timed, perfectly thought out, perfectly planned. I don't... What? Going back to lurking while playing Farm Sim. I'll make sure to crash lots for you, Tom. To reassure you that my driving is probably some of the worst on YouTube. Perfect. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, Tom. I try and be entertaining. I don't see the point in being this super serious dude who's like, rah, 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 rah. Realism is everything. No. It's a game. I'm playing a game. Have I... I've got a friend! H sign is new best friend. Friendship with H sign ended. That didn't do an amazing spin like it did the other day. You crash while saying I never crashed. Stop talking and proceed to say that I never crashed. I didn't crash. I was a wallop. Okay, something that genuinely irritates the crap out of me in FS19. I've got manual engine start on. I've got auto engine start off. Why then does it keep turning the engines off? If I leave the engine on, I want to keep it on. I don't want it to stop while I'm gone selling stuff. I want to just hop back into the combine and go zoom zoom. It's an irritating thing that I absolutely hate about FS19. I'm hoping somebody brings out a script very soon. It'll be one of those scripts that I don't care where it's on, I'm going to be using it. That just stops that from happening. Because it genuinely annoys the crap out of me. Like, I know that in reality you would just turn a combine off if you're going any sort of distance away from it. But also in reality, somebody would be driving the combine and somebody else would be carting it. It wouldn't all be the one-man operation. Hey, GD. In fact, there'll be multiple people carting more than likely. But it's just one of those things that just... Please stop this. Why is there a chipmunk singing at me? Go away, chipmunk person. You're terrifying. What did I think of the toy show? I thought it was brilliant this year. I thought it was a very good toy show this year. The blind Kerry child was very funny. He just didn't care. Mega lack of power in the old yeah. Although I would argue that's a bit more realistic than them having infinite power like they used to, so... It's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other. That they would genuinely be that pathetically weak. Farm next to you, always had one man do it all. Well, he never got contractors in or anything. That's genuinely surprising because, like, modern day, you know, if you don't, we'll say you don't own a combine on a farm now, you just get a contractor in that owns a big one. And they do it for you, and you pay them a certain amount of money or grain or whatever way that works, and you get your field harvested. Or you need to do silage. Well, you bring in contractors who have all the equipment you need to do silage, including usually a wheel loader. You don't do it yourself in 90% of farms. It's the 10% of contractors that make 90% of farming happen. Matty, he was a strange farmer then, because like most of them would just get contractors in. Or is there another in America? Is it custom... what is it? Custom harvesting? In the US? But they just get a contractor operation in because it works out being cheaper because you don't need to maintain the bloody combine that way. You don't have this stonking great machine taking up half of your shed space for 90% of the year. Your dad running your farm, a contractor rep. That's it, you also drive for contractor. I'm guessing you have a dairy farm though, which is much different. Because like, having a baler isn't a big deal. Yeah, it only really works on small farms, like if there's big farms at all, they've got contractors. Even, like the Funky Farmer I'm using as kind of my prime example here. It's like, he's got a tiny farm and it's very rare that you actually see him out in the fields doing farm work. Jordan Daniel, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madass. Hope you enjoy your stay. But like, people like the Funky Farmer, you never see him, or very rarely see him out doing farm work, and when he is, it's mowing. Or some light fertilizer spraying. You don't see him ploughing the fields, you don't see him cutting silage, you just see him doing some mowing occasionally. And feeding the cows. That's it. And that's the way that even small farms are starting to go now, where it's a lot more cost effective to just get contractors in. Come on, Russell Mash, you can do it. There you go. Dairy farms are like that, yeah. And even some arable farms are like that as well, because I mean, the combines are quite large machines that take up a lot of shed space and need quite a lot of maintenance. So you don't want one that's going to be sat idle for, yeah, anything up to 364 days a year, and you just bring it out for the one day to do the harvest, and then it goes back into the shed for a year. 160 acres tillage, 120 acres grassland, 40 heifers, 60 bulls, 37 Parisian wine lines, 30 acres of organic peas and oats. The organics surely don't have great yield, Seamus. Like, I'm obviously not an expert on it, but from what I understand, like, organics will be affected a lot more by pests and weeds and stuff that'll reduce yield. And, well, you can fertilize them up the same amount using organic fertilizers. It's never going to be as effective as an artificial, purpose-made, like, purpose-concocted fertilizer, herbicide, GM crop. I still don't know why GM crops would be devil, but I think these harvesters, yeah, the smaller harvesters always get overlooked in farm sim games. Yeah, they don't have great yield, but they have a higher price because they're valued higher somehow. Have I seen the new mods? Nope, I have not. That's the wrong menu. I have not seen the new mods at all. Not seen any of them at all. Not one of them. And I'm totally not running the real-time mod, so you guys can see what time it is for me. Check out. I need to check out Johnny1388's channel, actually. Yeah. Especially if he comes on TeamSpeak. It's still a shame that you can't refill that. Although you might be able to, and it would reduce the cost, maybe? That'd be my logic behind it, is like, if you can refill it, then it'll reduce the cost of filling, surely. Or just store it. Don't, yeah. I'm sorry, but I had to, Seam. I really felt that I had to. You know what I'm like. He's in TeamSpeak. He's got an open invite, Massey. Keep in mind that we just, like, there are people that we just invite because we know how they're gonna react. Because it is a very odd place. 165 kilograms nitrogen per hectare, conventional 230 kilograms nitrogen per hectare. So, wait, that doesn't. So organics would have a lot less nitrates, but a lot more potassium. And what's the other one? Phosphorus. Because nitrates tend to be taken up by digestive systems. Potassium and phosphorus tend to be excreted by digestive systems. So, kind of by a bit of organic knowledge of, I guess, biological processes, organic farms would have less nitrogen per hectare, but more potassium and a bit more phosphorus. Depending on what manure they use, because different manures can have different levels of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Other nutrients are also different. Well, they would be, because they're not using like they wouldn't be using artificial fertilizers that have specific amounts of each nutrient in there. Actually, the nitrogen being lower makes no sense because nitrates tend to be quite high in the likes of pig manure. So surely an organic farm will want to get their hands on pig manure, chicken manure and cow manure to get kind of a good mix of nutrients. Because pig manure, I believe, is very, very good for nitrates. Cow manure to a much lesser extent because it does have a habit of exploding. No signs shall stand on my watch. Except that one that's stuck behind a bloody barrier. Ping! So that's another harvest done and dusted. I think the best thing to do is actually just spam canola for a bit. And, have I got a new friend? I've got a new friend! It's dead. That friend lasted quite a while. Friend dead! It sounds like Weird Al. So, first question really is, does the canola field need ploughing? Because I'm not going to plough fields that I don't need to. Poor road workers, I'm giving them a job, Deutzfahr. They love me. They've got new signs to replace every day. This doesn't need ploughing, so this can go into the shed. We'll grab the cultivator. It's disco culti as well. It's the disco cultivator. Organic corn is easier to grow once sowed. You don't have to worry about it. You spread turkey dung, cattle slurry, slide on a field. It sells a lot more than organic. It's going to be lower yield than using artificials, kind of naturally, because the artificials are purpose concocted for high yield. But yeah, you can get pretty high yield by balancing out different types of slurry and dung and manure. So we're going to be using the famous dancing cultivator for this. I've actually lowered it, so it's unfolding and it's immediately going to lower right about now. Did I time that to perfection? Oh my god. Perfect. So, let's see, we don't really need to cultivate this field, but I always feel that it's a bit nicer to seed on a cultivated field. Because it just gets the bits that were missed by plows. The other field we do need to cultivate because the seeder is not a direct seed drill. And we're just gonna spam canola. Because we don't need straw. The only reason I collected it was basically for funsies. Range farming is a better way for the animals. It is a better way for the animals, but it's a lot more expensive to do because you need much more space for the animals. Better for animals, worse for farmers. It's probably the best way to put free range. You also grow fodder rape, which is raised by organica. Huh. So they graze on the stubble? Best way tractors, a bigger Valtra in the small tractor section 2 at 1 horsepower for a really good price. Don't let Miriam hear you say that, Massey. Even though she got banned because she just irritated the crap out of me. I don't mind being asked the same questions every stream, but when the same person is asking the same, well, making the same demand every stream, then they get quite annoying very quickly. She's the one that you'll see in probably Landy's stream later saying, get a white Valtra medium, please. Although there's no please, just buy a white Valtra medium as next tractor. No! There's gonna be very few people who actually, like, say yes to that, because most YouTubers I know will want to just use equipment that they think is fun and interesting. They won't just immediately bend to the demands of one person. Because I know a lot of people want to see John Deere's, so that's why I got a John Deere. Also, the 6M is quite funny, so I like it. 7200 can it? Let's compare here. So small tractors, so you want to see the larger Valtra here, the N series. And this can get 201. 201 for how much? 149.9. And the case, the case is a medium tractor, so that's not a fair comparison. The Fen 500 can get 150. Stara is only 100. Oh wait, no. Yeah, Stara's only 105. That can go up to 117. That's only stock. You know what? You may be right, Massey, in saying that the best value tractor is actually that Valtra. The N series. How high can the A series go? $110. Yeah, the K7200 though is a medium tractor. Raised by sheep, very good feed for sheep, coming up to lambing in January, a lot cheaper than buying meal from. Well, yeah, like having purpose-grown crops are going to be cheaper than meal, but it's a land usage issue for kind of some farms that they just don't have the land that they can really grow enough grain to effectively throw at animals and throw away. So there's going to be like even even like cattle farmers who've got a lot of meadows and silage land, they'll get a bit of meal in just to, number one, balance the diets of the cows, and number two, kind of bulk out the food a bit. You like the new screenshot? That's temporary, Massey. That's not intended as a permanent thing. But I will keep that in mind, because I do have it kind of a bit bigger than I'd like. I'm going to shrink it down a bit and change some colours around. Because I think it's too big right now. I like how clear it is, I don't like the size that it is. So I'm just going to shrink down the fonts. That was literally something I set up in 5 seconds flat using the Acceptable default chat thingy. CSS. So what I'm going to do is once we got this field done, I'm going to set this guy off on hard worker on field 19. We're going to grab the armor track, grab the seeder, and seed up field 20 here in... You guys like... I'll keep it like that if you guys like it. Let me just do a quick resize because I've just realized it's overlapping stuff that I don't want it overlapping. So, bear with me one sec while I just resize this to be like that. That should stop the... There we go. You go for Roxy or Bubble to map for your own area. Why don't you do it yourself, Irish? Why don't you pick up mapping? It's quite difficult to pick up, sure, but in terms of like once you pick it up, it is very easy to make a map. It's the easiest way to start modding. That'll do. I might just leave it like that then. I mean, if you guys like it, then it makes no big difference to me. Also, I fixed the face cam so that it's not going to jank off during the stream, which is nice. Can't wait to move again. You'll be able to watch something better than 144p. A whole 240! You'll be able to watch full 1080p 60 probably, Massey. You need Giants Editor for that. Yeah, you do need Giants Editor to make a map. So if you're on console, obviously you can't do that. But Giants Editor, it's quite hard to pick up. It's quite hard to learn. Especially from scratch, because you jump in and you don't have a clue what you're doing immediately. But if you like learn by editing maps and stuff, you'll kind of pick up the skills you need to make a full map yourself. It just kind of takes a bit of time to learn the basics. You know, a couple of dozen hours, you get the real kind of absolute basics down pat, and then you kind of get into more advanced stuff, and then you've got to learn all the technical stuff. So you're kind of looking at probably 100-200 hours of time you'll need to learn GE to a level where you can think about making a map. And then actually making the map is going to be at least, for anything that's half decent, you know, 1 maybe 2,000 hours. It's not something that you can crank out a map in 5 minutes flat. Am I related to Landy and or Simulate? No. We just all look... We've kind of spoken about this at length in TeamSpeak, because like, it's very funny that the three of us are friends and we look in some ways quite similar. Like, we've all got dark hair, we've all decided that beards are the way to go. And in terms of me and Landy, we're both quite fat. You're very computer literate, you know some coding. G is not coding. I wish it was. Your distance reading is absolute crap. Mine's terrible. Actually, my distance reading is good. My up-close reading is terrible. Seeing as I'm, you know, long-sighted and all. So, I can see better at a distance than I can up close, which is why sometimes you'll see me sat just way back from the screen of my PC. It's that I am having a bad day with my eyesight, and I need to be able to see. It's also why some days you'll see me wearing my glasses, which I can't remember where they are. Well, I know where they are, I don't know where the container they're in is. You can learn basic G in a couple of hours. Yeah, you can. kind of learn it in theory, but you gotta practice it. It's not a case of like you watch tutorials and you immediately will remember it forever. It takes kind of time and practice to get it down pat that you know what to apply where and when. Short-sighted. I should be wearing my glasses as well, but I just don't. I don't like wearing my glasses. Just illuminate the entire shed and half the map. Perfect. Armor track time! Because we need to get a seeding. It's 5 foot 5 short for 17-year-old. I don't know, I was like 5'7". I'm still like 5'7". Yeah, just when you think you've got to grips with G. Hey, look, the new game's out and G's changed completely. Ah. So I can't help pretty much anybody with G8 at the moment because number one, I've not downloaded it. Number two, I don't know if the stuff that I knew in G7 even exists still. So let's get this set to canola. Or do I want to do... Let's do soybeans. I rarely do soybeans. Armor track, Turkish for cheapy jeep. It's a really good tractor though. I wasn't expecting to like the armor track. I was kind of expecting this to be a bit memey and very crap as like a tractor in game because I'd never heard of armor track before FS19 and oh, this is actually better than some of the bigger tractors in terms of like what it can do for its size. It's very impressive and I like it. It's got a nice shape too. It's kind of a good... I would call this a really good dairy tractor. Hey, Quassel Flops. Anyone any good at maths? Not me. Armor track is the new Zetter. I've been trying to convince Fahy to use this thing. I don't know if he has yet though. I am sure that Fahy will love the armor track because it's very Zetter-ish. They don't have cows in Turkey? Yes, they do. If you are enjoying the stream, guys, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and share the stream and channel with your friends if you really want to. Because YouTube doesn't seem to want to be sharing it. Simplifying algebraic function. Oh, good lord, no. Algebra. No, 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 no. Whoever decided to put letters in maths was evil. Yes, A plus 2 equals 73. What? I've been the same height for like 10 years. A bit more than that, possibly. Doesn't bother me. I'm kind of used to being short. Does mean that it's very helpful for me to get stuff off low shelves, though. Whoever created maths should be kicked. Maths is fine, algebra not so much. Especially not quadratics. I've looked at some of the new mods. I have some of them installed, in fact. And not entirely sure how some of them work, but I've got the real-time mod up on the top right. That is showing what time it is for me, so it's 6:44 and 19 seconds. I've got the Vertex Design sheds, haven't used them yet. I may swap the big shed out for a couple of the Vertex ones because they just look more sheddy than that shed. They kind of look more farm-ish than that big old shed. And I also have the fuel tank that was released on the model today. And I have no idea how that works. I was under the impression you had to fill it, but apparently not. I'm gonna get this down to basically empty and then test it out at some point. (3x plus 1 over 15x plus 5). Yes. New Stratman trailers are nice. I haven't downloaded many of them to Twitch yet. I've just kind of picked and chose which ones look the most interesting to me and look like they'd be the most useful kind of in the short term, I guess. One over 5 if you're simplifying. Well, no, because then you got 3x and 15x to deal with. You could go... I don't know if this is even something you should do, is x plus 1 over 5x plus 5. That would simplify the x's for sure. No, you couldn't do that. Because it'd have to be x plus a third or fifth over x or 3x plus 1. Or for I don't know. Bad that Arbitrage can start putting the games that weren't. I know why Zeta were taken out. It's not that Zeta weren't in the game, it's Zeta were taken out. Hey Finley! I even see Landy's spelling is atrocious. Like, he's not run that one through me, so it's bound to be hilarious. Let me have a look on my phone. Oh, my complimentary December issue of YouTuber magazine has arrived. How helpful from a company that doesn't care about video games. Don't use my advice, it's terrible. Because I got confused by my own maths. How come they were taken out? There's a reason. I'm not gonna say the reason, but there is a reason. New molds on the What am I planning to do next? End the stream, actually, Finley. I'm not gonna have much time to do anything else. Please ask Landy when he starts up how his mold farm is doing. But after the stream, I'm going to be going back into my insanity save and just kind of clearing up after tomorrow's video. There's a bit of off-camera stuff I need to do on there. That's going to be fairly quick, and I need to take a thumbnail, then I'll be editing the video, and kind of going from there. And having some delicious food. Food is always good. Really enjoying the videos. I'm enjoying making them. Like, they can be grindy and boring like tomorrow's was. Gonna be honest, tomorrow's video was just a grind for me. It was very boring. Is Jeff streaming at 8 PM? I don't know. Because, you know, sometimes you just get into this rhythm with stuff and it just gets a bit tedious if you do it for too long, and I was doing it for far too long. I don't follow on VF streams, I'll be very honest. I just don't enjoy his streams. He's too hyper for me. It's too high energy. Like, I like high energy streams, but with him it's just too high energy. If I'm watching a farm sim stream, I want to relax, not see somebody dancing or singing or anything like that. Because it's more of a relaxing game than something that needs you to go at 15 million miles an hour. In my eyes, at least. That might be why I don't have many subscribers. His videos are great. I don't watch farm sim videos, just a matter of course. I was watching YouTube videos, Yanis. Like, this is the thing I'm doing now, is like when I'm doing those videos, I got my phone out and I've got a podcast or YouTube videos on the go. I actually ran out of podcasts to listen to because the podcast I do listen to hasn't released a new episode yet. I think it's due out tomorrow. Or maybe later today, actually. I can't remember what day of the week they release. But I was watching YouTube videos from a historian, because I've got into that kind of weird section of YouTube where I'm watching history videos now. So, like, I don't just sit here in front of the game silently playing. I had videos running on my phone, which is why my phone was like right beside me this entire time. Yeah, I saw there's like a 7-year-old child is the highest earner on YouTube, but not 17, but $22 million a year. It's like, why can't I get that kind of money? See you, Brendan. Am I still playing with Xbox controller? Yes, actually. Although I do prefer it with a wheel. Well, there will be days where I'm just too lazy to set the wheel up, because I showed Simulate my desk yesterday. He was like, so that's why you put the wheel away all the time. My desk is tiny. I can fit the wheel and the gear shifter, and that's about it. That's my desk full. Yeah, PewDiePie is really taking this whole thing with T-Series well, I've got to admit. I applaud him. Like, I don't like the way that he acts sometimes, but the thing with T-Series, he is just taking it so well. Because he's doing a charity stream, because basically so many eyes are on his channel right now that he's decided to use that for good instead of trolling. And he's doing a massive stream for charity to celebrate the end of his reign as YouTube's #1 content creator in favor of some faceless Indian company that forces people to subscribe. Like, apparently there's a ISP in India where if you're on that provider you have to be subscribed to T-Series, which is stupid and is going to give companies the wrong ideas entirely about how YouTube works, and YouTube's going to go down the crapper. You might notice I say YouTube's going to go down the toilet about a lot of things, because YouTube has many ways that it can kill itself. And it's really a case of which one kills it first. Yeah, no, yeah, he's not the number. He's still the #1 channel. Last I checked, he had a lead of nearly 300,000 on T-Series. But I don't know if that was last night. I don't know how the numbers have changed overnight. I've been watching that Social Blade stream for the last few days. Just like popping in like, ooh, PewDiePie's pulled ahead. Ooh, T-Series are pulling it back though. 430,000. Do you know when the last audit was, Massey? Because the last audit I know about, he lost 41k. With Article 13 coming, which would screw with YouTube as a whole, Irish. Not just modders. It would screw with everybody who makes anything. Like, it would basically kill YouTube. It would basically kill Twitch. It would basically kill SoundCloud. It would basically kill most blogs. It would basically kill any mod sites. Would be gone overnight. Yeah, anything that's based upon user creativity, which even Twitter and Facebook would be at risk. Like, it's a good idea in principle. Article 13 is like, protect copyrights and, you know, make websites stand up and actually protect copyrights. You know, that in itself is a good idea. But the way that it's being implemented is horrifically bad, to the point where it's a terrible idea and should never get through. Hey, Glengar. They went way too far the other way. Like, the idea of it is to protect creativity, and what they're actually doing is killing it. And Tom, hello. So one political thing I'll talk about on streams and across the channel is Article 13 is, in principle, it's a good idea, you know, protect creativity, protect copyright, protect all this stuff. The way they're doing it is killing creativity. But ask you to check when the last audit was and what the results were. Because the last one I know of was 2 days ago. Having trouble with 19, you feel like you're looking at a set of toys but you're enjoying the streams. Do you know what, Sylvan, is I kind of felt that in like the first few times that I played the game. But as you get into it, you kind of just... I don't know, it's like playing with a giant model tractor set. Now, that's what it kind of feels like to me. They're not twitchy, and that's the problem. I'm gonna move everything out of this shed because I want to swap it out for the Vertex shed. I have made my decision. I want the Vertex shed to go kind of butt up to where the shed was. Or is currently, but will have been. Also, I know the armor track shouldn't really have the plow on the back, but I'm using it just as a shuttle tractor to move it away from where the shed currently is. Is the new election coming? Yeah, and every single person that comes to the house canvassing for that will be asked what they think of Article 13. If their answer does not please me, they will not be getting voted for. It would just affect the EU, yeah, but the EU is such a huge market that it would affect the world. Like, if you think, if the EU was gone out of... If the EU couldn't watch YouTube, that would probably be close on half of YouTube's daily views gone instantly. And definitely YouTube's bigger spenders would be gone. So let's swap out sheds here. Shed. There we go. Shed can go bye-bye and be replaced by shed. Can't be replaced by shed. We do not have enough money for shed. Can be replaced by shed. Let's get the 4-door one because it might look cooler. I'm guessing this is the front. Colliding with an object. Oh, it's colliding with the header trailer. Or the little header. Actually, let's just sell the little header. We don't need it. Little header can go bye-bye. And shed time. Collides an object. Terrain cannot be deformed here. Why can the terrain not be deformed here? It can be deformed here. But only in that one direction. Huh. Now it's colliding with an object. Can I put it, like, over here, maybe? Kind of. Placeable system seemingly needs a bit of work. It's colliding with an object, cannot be deformed, collides with an object. I can put it there, but that's a horrific position. I guess I'll put it, like, here-ish. And then can I get the 3-door one? I don't have the money for the 3-door one. So, how do open doors? Ah, it's B. Sometimes struggles to deform terrain that's already been deformed. That's not good. If Article 13 happens, it'll happen in 2021. It can get repealed before then. Placeable, yeah, placeables do need a lot of work, Dengar. Like, I'm gonna give Giants all of the credit and all the benefit of the doubt, but the placeable system as it is not fit for purpose. Can I switch on the light? Why does it echo? Can I leave through this door here? Nope. No, open. That one's just for decoration. Okay. Let's get all the stuff into the shed. For neatness. Let's not talk about Article 50, Massey. That's... Article 13 is fine because it's something that everybody agrees on. Article 50 is a bit more contentious. Looks more like somewhere to keep fire engines. Yeah, it's a very European style shed, but it fits this map pretty well. Ooh, that's Z fighting though. We'll need to get the 6M over here to move the front loader for the 6M out of the way. But you can see that this shed is nice and neat and tidy. I can fit everything in and not need to worry about, oh, is this gonna fit? How do I put all these things away? Well, they can all just slide away through the doors. They can be hidden away from view so that I never have to look at the mess I've made. Trust me, Massey, there's a lot that I could say on political stuff that is a bit more contentious that I don't want to say because I don't want to have big arguments in chat. I've just crashed the game. The game's just crashed. What did I do to cause that? That's a soft lock if ever I saw one. What has broken the game? Because this is something that I will need to report. Yeah, the game's just full on crashed. Here it goes. There's no errors, that's just a straight crash. Luckily, I have autosave on. Yeah, on that bombshell, there's no point in me restarting the game, so I'll leave you by saying with a black screen instead of the game. I've been RainbowDave, you've been watching Farming Simulator 19 Crash on Felsbrunn with some of the new sheds that apparently might have a couple of issues that could crash the game. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.